In the previous tutorial, we learned about drawing rectangles. Now let's use those rectangles to learn about rounded corners and the live corners feature of Adobe Illustrator. I still have my rectangle tool selected. I'm going to come over and select the selection tool right here, which is V, also known as the black arrow. So V on the keyboard, or the black arrow, or the selection tool. I'm going to click on my square. I'm going to hold Option on the keyboard. Option is going to allow us to make a copy. And as I'm dragging, I'm going to hold Shift, and Shift's going to make sure it's aligned perfectly with the other one. So Option, drag, and then Shift, let go of the mouse before the keyboard, and then it will make a copy. If you let go of the keyboard first, it will just move it. Okay? We want to do the same thing with the rectangle, so we'll get some more practice. Have my selection tool active, my black arrow. I'm going to start dragging, then I'm going to hold Option, then I'm going to hold Shift to make sure it's aligned, and when I see those intersect points, I let go of the mouse before the keyboard. We want to round all four corners of this rectangle. So we have corners here, and then on the inside there's these little circles, and below the arrow it'll look like an arc, and if I start to drag in, I can bring those corners in, and you notice it dragged in all four corners. But what if you only wanted to drag in one corner or two corners? How could we do that? Well, instead of the selection tool, which is the black arrow, we need the direct selection tool, which is the white arrow or A on the keyboard. I'm going to select this upper right anchor point, and you'll notice that it's filled in with a red color, and if I come over to my layers on the bottom right, the reason why that is my layers, this particular layer that I'm drawing on is red. The anchor points I don't have active are white, or essentially empty, because they are not active, they're not selected. I selected this one with the white arrow. I only have one circle now, and now I can move that one circle by itself. And then you can come through, and if you wanted to, you can click on other points. If I undo that, how can we do two at a time? I can hold Shift on the keyboard and select 2 points. Now when I draw, when I pull them in, it does 2. Okay? In the example I only did one, but I want you to know how to do both, so we select that point, and I'm just going to drag it all the way down. I think that matches the template. And that is how you round corners with shapes using the live corners.